Hello everyone, welcome in the next episode. I think this one is 77. What this one is about, I don't have a clue because let's face it, I just do what my heart wants. I don't plan. But I'm still knitting on this beauty and it's growing so well that I thought I'm going to show you because it's brilliant. And I have started socks over here. I haven't done any pattern or anything like that, and I think I'll just go in around because as you've seen probably last episode, I caked a beautiful yarn. I see that I got a Knit Crate box. I'm going to open a different video, so you will know it's kind of paid promotion or something like this. Basically, they're sending boxes my way to open to you guys, and that's what I do on this channel too. And I know there's affiliate link, so check videos unboxing if you're interested. Now I also got another one, but I see that from a swap, and I see that the envelope was broken. And to be honest, I think it was like, so I'm hoping that everything what was in it, it's still in it, but it's a big hole. I'm not saying. But I had a peek and I see that the yarn is still there. So now you see my format. You barely can see me. Can you see me? Lovely. So I basically open this way and I see two skeins. That's a lot. From Slovenia. So I hope that was that was only this. So only look at these. They're just gorgeous. Oh, we should be guessing on these. Okay. So first one is this one. I've Lana Grossa. I have only needles, the woolen ones that I think I switched. I'm knitting now on the sweater. It's from this. Come on, show beautiful colors. And we have 80% wool, 20% polyamide, and it shows you that knits up this way. It's 037. Oh my, this is gorgeous. You know, you don't have to send me full skeins. Is it a full skein? It looks like a 50-gram skein. They're very light though, so hopefully something was knitted with it. Oh, and the name of this is, no, it's Rocky both. So maybe the name only is the number. And this one is a purple one. Check this out. And this one knits up this way. Are they knitting the same way? Yeah, it's exactly the same photo. Maybe because it's Rocky. And the color is 038. Where do you buy yarn like this? Internet Barbara. Only I know. Check this out. So beautiful. I don't even remember what I said. So I hope equally good. Okay, this is so cool. I'm not going to show you, but the person is actually pointing the house. Her house is on the postcard. So cool. Leonard. So cool, thank you so much. Should I go for a walk or should I open this baby? I need to find a better place to show you some stuff because it's so dark over here. Okay, let's move to the kitchen. I can show you these beautiful flowers that I still have. This one looks not bad. And I'm going to put the camera here and show you what I've done so far. Okay, so we're in the kitchen. And this is sometimes when I knit, when Seb cooks and stuff, so well, I'm helping him too. So now, sweater, socks, sweater. I've showed you already that I'm knitting Reveal. I need to learn names. Anyway, I think I showed you last time, maybe on this. Well, no, because putting on the screen is too much work. I'm going to link down below to my project page. It's definitely over there. Click it and see it. And what I'm doing, I have separated, so I don't know how to grab it. It's hard to grab it anyway. So this is my bundle of joy, and it's kind of messy looking, but I knitted so much, and I think it looks quite good, isn't it? I'm so excited. So basically what I did, I decided to go on Ravelry, and I went to the project page, and that project page has other projects that people knitted, and I went through it and I was just admiring everyone else's knitwear, and I even found a lady who knitted quite similar colors, and it's not for Sweet Georgia. And she said that she is 5'11" or something like that, and 5'10" height, and she had a really nice notes. I don't put notes like that, so watch the videos. But she said that she bit an extra bit for the cropped sweater, because this is a cropped sweater, and pattern, I can tell you, specified the crop, so the length from the under armpits to the edge, bottom edge, the same for all the sizes, as I'm correct, or most of them anyway. So she added 2 inches to requirement length. So I'm not going to tell you because it's paid pattern, but I think I can tell you that much, or at least vague information like this. I thought well, I'm kind of mixed, you know. Obviously I want to go to the thing that I know, so long sweaters, but on the other hand, I'm kind of want to experiment, and because, you know, at the end of the day, I can have it shorter, and even if I finish, what I can do what you do when you do afterthought heel. I can pick up the stitches around and then cut the yarn and make the sweater shorter or longer, just to do a Kitchener stitch. I know, a lot of Kitchener stitch, but you can do that. So that's an option, especially an option if you have an old sweater, you know what the length of the sweater is, because if you have, for instance, mohair and you want to do that, no way. So yeah, but I know this one that has a tight twist of the yarn. It's the beautiful blue one. It's a blue-faced Leicester, so it gives that a bit of shine and that extra twist. So the yarn itself is smoother, if I can compare it. Yeah, and so I'm going into it that I'm actually adding, I think, 1 inch, because I can always wash dishes with my cropped sweater, right? You know how beautiful I would look cleaning dishes. It's amazing. So anyway, so what I've done so far, the pattern tells you to do some what did I do so far? Okay, go back. I measured the gauge, and I know I haven't blocked the thing, and only when you do the gauge you have to knit it and they have to block it. Basically wash it, so put it into water 15 minutes, let it relax and dry, and then you just measure and see the fabric per se. It's like if you would do it for any fabric thing. But in this one, you count how many stitches you have in certain size of this piece you do. So anyway, so I got exactly spot on with the 3mm needles. I haven't checked this thing, but it looks quite similar for me. But over here, I checked the gauge. I'm getting 24 stitches by 30 rounds. Can you believe it? You know, probably what I'm thinking, it may slightly stretch lengthwise because this part is heavier and this is on the bottom because it's double-stranded, because it's stranded work. I hope I'm saying it right. Double-stranded is a stranded work. It's like color work. And I'm working with 2 colors over here and each time, so that's not a problem. I told you the maximum stitches was different. I think now at the end you will go to 8 stitches in a float, so you will have to catch floats. You have 8, 6 or something like that. 7, you do have to. But the pattern per se, when you check in the chart, it's kind of mirrored. So whatever chart tells you the half of it, you just need to kind of copy it on the other side in a mirror way. So basically that's one chart. So it's really nice, quick color work pattern for me, so spot on. So now the pattern tells you that once you finish the body, it tells you when you can make it longer or shorter. You split to the front and the back, and they say to change needle size. My friend, my tweenie, can I say friend and tweenie from a sweater? I'm not sure, I haven't even told her that I have bags. So anyway, if you're watching, brilliant job. So what she said, she did not swap for needles, and then I thought, well, I could be bald the same way, but I want to actually follow pattern and see what does it do. And I was thinking, because that extra heaviness, and it's a fingering, and it's not my first fingering, and I knitted fingering with the like wool alpaca, which I really like because it holds the structure. Alpaca kind of strand is more hairy and kind of holds the thing. It may stretch, but it stretches in a nice way. It fills the gaps. And I have a sweater that I might have a cardigan. I'm not maybe a cardigan person, but I knitted a cardigan, a long cardigan by hiyhiya, the fingering weight yarn, and I don't wear it very often. It feels more kind of elegant, and I don't feel like that one, like that person. So yeah, and it kind of stretches the fabric per se. I see stitches and so on and so on. So I presume something like that may happen over here too. So now, what I did, I split to the front, I think, because that's what you do first. I think you're knitting front, and I changed it for a ribbing size. So this is US size, I'm not sure, but it's 2.75 millimeters. So if 3 millimeters, 2.5, so is it 2 US size? I think this is Chagoo's lace, and you knit flat. And I have quite a different technique when I knit flat. It's not even European. And it's not even, I don't know what style it is. Anyway, I'm mixing things because of the pearls. You need to move front and back, and also what I'm adding over here, I'm doing the side stitches. So basically, when you finish your round, I slip the first stitch with the yarn in the front, so it doesn't create kind of loop. So note that if you haven't done it, it gives nice, I'm not sure will you be able to see it, but it will give a nice kind of chain here, like if you were doing I-cord. So it would be way easier to pick up stitches because you have those V's, proper V's. So this is something that I changed because it would be easier for me later to pick up stitches, I think. Although it doesn't really matter, is it? Or it may matter. Oh, we shall see. I haven't read the pattern first, so I want to see well, the pattern says just pick up stitches, or does it actually tells you how to pick up stitches? So yeah, and I'm at size 5, although with the arms I'm going for size 6. Basically, I have 33 centimeters arm around here, so I'm not sure how many inches. And the size 5 calls for 30 or 33, and you know, for proper movement and stuff you need like 2.5 centimeter ease, positive ease for any garments whatsoever. So yeah, I'm holding the back on the hold, so that's 3 millimeter needles, and these are the ones like you know, the yarn that I just received as a gift. And this is Chagoo's, and I'm knitting on Chagoo's. So we shall see how that goes. I think the fabric will strengthen the upper, and even if it stretches while you wearing it, that, well, it's not even 2.75 and I'm using 3, you know, that's 0.25 millimeter will kind of then zooms up and will even up the stitch definition through the garment. Can you see it? Can you see the difference? I know. You're probably wondering what I have in the jar. Over there in the jar I have onion peels, because I was collecting them during the winter to do some dyeing with them. I need time. So I presume that by the time you're watching this, I open a knit crate box for sure. so you can go back and check it out what I got. Meanwhile, I'm knitting on a sock, and this is not leftover because I'm actually using a full skein. I don't know, with me it's just like when I cake the yarn and I have to use the full skein, I'm just like, am I worth it? So see this beauty, and this is from Crafty Corn yarn, and the colorway, wait for it, Barbara. No, knitting I love. So just to show you, Crafty Corn. So Landon, he dyes yarn, he makes progress keepers, and he's based in Canada, and he sent me this beautiful yarn. One is for a giveaway, one is for me to knit, so I'm knitting with one. The other one is purple and slightly different, and I'm keeping it for 10k. So once we reach that, I will create a video, separate video, and I add more stuff into it. Anyway, I'm gathering stuff, so maybe we shall see. Will I do just one, or will I send to a few people? I checked the post prices, because obviously that will go over 100 gram, so it goes to 250 gram. So 250 grams could be 2 skein and something extra. And if I gathered more, and I know I gathered more now, could be more. Yeah. So anyway, I was trying to find something that it's as pretty as this, and I don't have. So the only thing I found a little mini, and it's this one. It's so vibrant, I know. Ooh, completely outside of my comfort zone, I would say. And this, it will look so cool. So the only thing what I have done so far, I did, I think, 2 rounds, but I'm going to switch it to 9 inches. No, 9 inches, yeah, true. 9 inches to working around. And I was thinking to do some pattern, but I just like knit. And I know Landon likes that too, with socks in regards to some patterns. I could go like with small panel, something on the side to keep it interesting, but not that I have to focus on the time. So I can just have a glimpse for a few seconds and then I don't have to watch. So that's what I like. So it's over here. Lovely. I know. Okay, so yes. How much do I have of these? So I have, I think that was 10 grams. This is 10, and I used that much left for, so I can actually weight it. So here it is. I may actually check how many grams I have over here and how many grams I have now over here, because I used up some, so I know exactly how much I need for the toe for myself. Do it. I need to do it now. Yeah, so that was 7. So that's 7. So I used up, yeah, 4 grams. I used 4 grams too. 5 grams will be fine for a 1 toe for me. Well, 1 toes in the 1 sock. So now I think it would be more important if I say how I knit in the toe. So I'm casting on 12 stitches magic loop. I'm increasing it to get 56 stitches. So yeah. So if you're quite the same, you could be quite the same in regards of yardage. How much yardage, grams you will need, because yardage is completely different story, isn't it? That I think was like 400 meters. Hello everyone, it's a different location this time. As you can see by this beautiful seat belt, I'm in the car. Seb went skiing, and I think few people wanted to try, so he's just showing them the thing. And because he wanted me to come too, which basically means I stay in the car. So yeah, the hobby as knitting is so useful. So what I have over here, I've done so much. It's the Knitting I Love colorway. So I may knit on that, but because it's stuck in the stitch. Landon, stuck in its stitch. But I brought my old project, to be honest. Socks the same. Seb's going back. here they are, one sock. That's leftovers actually. I have another one over here. So I need to check the pattern because I don't remember. But I want to get the needles off the sock, so I need to finish the sock. So I think I'll start with this and then we shall see how it goes. If I get tired, I'll just go on stockinette stitch and enjoy my view because it's quite pretty. Just in case you're wondering. So now you can see it. What I've done so far, I have divided to back and I'm knitting on the front. And it takes a while, and I noticed I have a different stitch definition over here because I'm doing that weird thing with my knitting, with my pearls. So then I knit them through the back when I'm having a knit row because I'm knitting flat over here. So yeah, I'm slowly getting there. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Also, I found this podcast, The Fables of Knitting, and she is amazing, a knitwear designer, a bit of a vintage style. You know, I told you that I follow a vintage YouTube channel, and I was thinking like, you know, I've never actually looked up who designed vintage patterns, so check her out. She lives in Oslo. Her name is Helena. I hope I'm saying, I think right, or anyway, I started from the first episode and I'm on the 11th. No worries, there's not that many, so check her out. Well, check the information. I'm still digging and checking new podcasts, and this is quite interesting. I don't do any crochet. Well, you know, I do some. Maybe I have done maybe 2-3 projects, but yeah, this is going to be so interesting. I'm just starting watching it. And knitting. And I'm making an afterthought heel in these beautiful socks. Now, hello everyone. So, I'm hoping to get some test knitters for my hat, and I hope that at this stage when I'm posting it, we're actually having some progress. Because what I do, I'm also going to knit the hat. And it's so much fun because now I can just mess with leftovers and the bits, because once the one hat is done, you know, and it's properly knitted with one type of yarn to get all the calculations right, and then the second can be a little bit wild. Do you want to see yarn? I hope you do. Okay. So now I'm thinking to knit it. In this lovely green. All those leftovers, I think all of them, will be from my amazing friend. Wait a sec. And now just to describe her, and using her own words, I'm literally quoting, my very good, happy, plum, generous, cute and sexy friend, Diane. She's hilarious. So anyway, so I have these leftovers. And I think it would be cool. And then I noticed from my first hat that it's really nice coming up with the very kind of bright colors, so I'm thinking about these. But in this kind of little, I don't know what that is, bag, I have some 5 grams things. So let's see what I can find. So now this is the base, and let's see. No, they're like sock yarns. That's a sock yarn. That's a sock yarn. Like, you know, you can see stripes. The same beautiful stripes. Oh, unless this is kind of cool. It actually has this yellow, this, isn't it? I hope you can see it. Kind of builds up those two. And I got it from Erin from Knitting Envy podcast. Ah, cute. Knitting Envy podcast. I got this. That may actually work. What else I have? I have this blue, but green and blue not really. And that's like a proper one. And that's basically it. I don't have that many unless I go with my ones. So I think that's cool anyway. Maybe you want to see the hat that I... Right, so design pattern is this one. And that's a Holz yarn. A very light fingering. It looks like this. I come up with 3 colors because I didn't want to mess with the pattern. Obviously you can do each stripe different color if you want to. But you could see that when I was coming up with all that, I started with the different that I was paying, that what happens if I go longer, when I twist, when I'm done twist, and so on. And I use some little scraps there. That's 5 grams actually, you know, that's 5. And they kind of pop better than this, isn't it? This is really cool. The colorway, yeah. So basically this whole round is approximately 2 grams. We need 2 grams for the all round. Well, not around, it's this little section. So that's what I'm thinking to do. If I put it here maybe, and you can just imagine, let me know, will this work? And have some pop over here white with some bits. So you see the white will be the white. I'm tempted, I'm so tempted. It's completely outside of my comfort zone, green with yellow and orange, but I don't know, I think it's going to be cool. Let me know, what do you think? Probably I have that on my needles already, and I think it's going to be a gift knit. I'm not sure about the yellow, but in this order, this is the main color and this will be contrast colors. And then if I go to white, that's the thing, unless I do this variation but with these. Anyway, my video, I have folded knit, I'm showing you how to do it, but basically this is my favorite back loop cast on and that I do when I know that I want to fold it later on. So this is it. I'm starting something. Ta-da! Okay, I'm counting. Okay, I finished. And then how do you count stitches when you casting on? I like to count to 50, and then I don't do like 50 something. I do another 50, for instance, and then another one. And if I have some stitch markers, maybe I would just, that's the first one, that's the second one. So I'll know. Or if I have like Wild Blooms shawl that I designed, I tell you to put markers every certain number of stitches, and believe me, do it. That way you cast under a number, you put a stitch marker, you count a number and you put a stitch marker, double check that you have, and you do it more. This is going to be a hat. And maybe another thing, sometimes when you have pattern, it's written down that when you join the round, do not twist stitches, which basically means that you see this edge, or I write down normally my patterns that the edge is inside, so you could see it all inside those little bits that I had to twist to get it this way, so you can see it over here. And I like to put it flat and just to double check that I have it, because believe me, is that proper? Believe me, even though when I put a marker, thank you so much Denise for a beautiful marker, that I'm going to do the ribbing, and halfway through I'll be like, oh my god, it looks twisted. But I just need to trust myself that when I put it flat and I had that edge inside, everything is fine. So that's my tip in case you didn't know that. And let's admire this marker. Beautiful. So now I'm doing the ribbing and I'm already thinking what to do next. And you may see that the pattern specifies, like, you know, how the stitch looks like and so on and so on, but you can use your imagination and modify it and make it your own. So now what I'm thinking, that this time is my third hat, so you know, I want to shake a bit. So what I want to do, I'm thinking to have them spread out a little bit more. I want to do then just double check my decreases. So far is just one size, adult size. I've written down for kids, but I need to have test knitters for the kid size, and I would need to double check everything. It's and anyway, I would feel better if I could knit those sizes, but because it's hard to say. You can make a cowl, you know, from it. So obviously too, and yeah, and I'm also thinking maybe in some leftovers that I got from friends, I'm going to make this little bit in the cuff. Now I just need time, right? So let me know, what do you do when you get a pattern? Do you knit a hat the way it's written down? Probably do first time, and the second time do you kind of mix things up a bit? Are you, yeah, so like let's say you have siblings and they don't want to have the same hat, or you have like 5 members in the family and you can mix it up a little bit, shake and that thing. So I think it'll be perfect. I love it so much.